Pulse 95. Between local lines, notes from the Emirate.
Notes from the Emirate, indeed. Such a proud moment to wake up this morning as we heard that Sharjah has been awarded for the second time the Inspire Award by UNICEF. And we also heard there were some amazing discussions that took place yesterday at the Child Safety Forum. It was the second edition of which held under the theme Keep Their Innocence. And we will be joined by the director of the Child Safety Department to talk to us in greater detail about the Child Safety Forum. So let's welcome in Hanadi Saleh Al-Yafei, the director of the Child Safety Department. A very good morning to you, Hanadi.
Good morning.
Well, it's such a pleasure to have you on air with us, and we're really looking forward to this conversation. It's been so exciting. I'd like to ask you about the mechanisms, legal recourse that is available under the laws to protect our children, including provisions and penalties for people doing such criminal acts, because it was all about protecting the children.
Sure. Thank you for hosting us today. Answering this question is, as you know, UAE has come a long way in the field of child protection, beginning with the Ministry of Interior establishing the Higher Committee of Child Protection, which is started in 1999. So, and then that followed by the Child Protection Center in 2011. It also passed a comprehensive child rights law, which was launched in announced in 2016, which all entities are following when it comes to child protection, including schools, hospitals, every individual in UAE. Of course, the law which applies to UAE nationals as well as children of expat lays out the legal rights of minor in the UAE and is designed to protect children from birth to 18 years old from different type of abuse, such as physical, verbal, psychological, sexual abuse. Also, the law stipulates a range of punishments for abuse, with up to 10 years in prison mandated for certain abuses. As well as I would really like to emphasize that every individual is responsible to report a case of abuse, and will have the 100% confidentiality when it comes to that. We cannot just stop if we look at an abused child and not report it, especially that we have the mechanism, we have the law that protects that child.
So, Hanadi, in what ways can the family play its role in raising awareness and addressing those sensitive issues with their children about those types of abuses?
Starting from the family level, parents play a primary role in monitoring their children's well-being and educating them on threats related to their well-being. So personally, to me, I believe parents are number one defending line for their children. The parents should very strictly observe the various recommended safety measures to protect their children, including refraining from leaving them with strangers, not letting oversight or neglect settle, and when it comes to monitoring children online activity. They also must communicate openly and effectively with their children because we believe this will aid in building the trust and understanding between the two.
Yeah, and can you could you elaborate on that specifically with regards to sexual abuse of children, because children will be present in spaces where parents cannot be. So how do we address those challenges if the child is at school or out in the public or in an online space?
That's what I'm saying. If you speak openly with the child, of course, the language spoken to a child 4 years is different than a language spoken to a teenager. So that depends on the parent and how do they communicate with the children starting from the very early ages. Being a friend with your child and open the dialogue and asking him about what happened today, how do you feel, that will make the child feel really comfortable talking to his parents when it comes to any incidents that happen either in the school or in a public place or anywhere. The number one thing is awareness. Keep your child aware. Speak to them. and make them feeling confident and trust you when it comes to anything that they want to face in their life.
Okay. The other thing is, the first question that people would, come up with in their mind is, we have the Wadima law. We have so many laws that are issued in the country, and the country is so safe at the moment. So why is it crucial for a country like the United Arab Emirates that wants to be addressing such an issue? Aren't we living in a very secure enough environment at the moment?
Definitely. We're not saying that we hosted yesterday's forum is because we have an issue or we have a huge problem tackling this, addressing this subject. But because we learn to be, in UAE, we learn to be proactive. We learn to tackle an issue before it happens, before it become a problem. This is what we do, prevention. We always aim to raise awareness of an issue that affects society, especially the family, with the openness of the technology. Children play online games beyond the geographic limits. So to be proactive, tackling such issues that's still not there, this is important.
And can you also talk to us about mechanisms that children or parents of children can reach out in case they experience a situation where they are abused? What are the channels of communication that are open to them?
Yeah. In Sharjah, we have the child helpline, which is under the Social Services Department. It is 800-700. They take an immediate action of the child abuse, whoever reporting that. We also have the Sharjah Police Headquarters. They have Majid service, which is 800-151. There are also under the Sharjah Police, the Criminal Investigation Department. They have an email for any online or electronic crime, or such as bullying or other things that related to technical, which is tech_crime@sharjahpolice.gov.ae. We also have in UAE under the Ministry of Interior, the Child Protection Center website. They have Himayati, which means in Arabic, protect me. It's an app. It's very easy to reach for children or adults. Yes. So there are so many ways to report abuse in UAE.
It's incredible with the initiatives, and we appreciate your department's efforts in organising the forum and also coming up with the idea that prevention is better than cure, and making sure that the community understands and we all believe in keeping their innocence. Hanadi Yafei, thank you very much for joining us this morning, the Director of the Child Safety Department.
Thank you very much.
We look forward to welcoming you at some point soon in the studios as well. Well, guys, for now, we are going to be ringing in the weekend celebrations here on the Morning Majlis. We'll be right back after the business headlines, and then we'll let you know how you can win an all-important free night stay with Sheraton Sharjah Beach Resort and Spa, and we will be announcing the winner shortly. We'll be right back here on the Morning Majlis.
If you liked this episode of The Morning Majlis, drop a like and subscribe.
95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.